guys, I'm Jackie, your reluctant housewife, empowering you to find your inner domestic goddess. And today, we're gonna make Ina Garten's famous chocolate cake. So today, we're gonna make Ina Garten's famous chocolate cake. Now normally, when I say make a chocolate cake, I say, go get yourself a box cake. They taste just as good. But Ina Garten's chocolate cake is so famous because it has a very special secret sauce, and that's coffee. So if you're looking for an easy recipe, go get the box cake or just buy a cake. But if you're looking to try Ina Garten's famous chocolate cake, hunker down because we're gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna first start by combining our dry ingredients. Okay, first we're gonna add 1 3/4 cup flour. Next, we're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. Next, we're gonna do 3/4 cup good cocoa powder. I am using, oh gosh, this is gonna be a lot. I'm using Hershey's. I'm a big fan of Hershey's, but there are so many great cocoa powders out there. You know, you really can't go wrong. Next, we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 1 teaspoon baking powder. And lastly, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay, next we're gonna just take a whisk and we're gonna whisk this all together. Oh, you know, it's funny, if a good chocolate cake is around, I will eat it, but I'm not a big chocolate person. I like dark chocolate a lot. I know with Ina, it's going to be incredible, and we can only learn how to be better because of her. Okay, let's put that aside and get to our wet ingredients. Okay, we're gonna do 1 cup milk or buttermilk. She calls for buttermilk, but there was a huge size available at the market, and I was like, I'm only gonna use 1 cup, so I just got regular 2%. Now, if this doesn't come out, it's gonna be because of the buttermilk. You know it is. Okay, we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, which is a little different for me. I'm used to using butter as my oil in the cake, but you know, we're gonna find out what happens. We're gonna go ahead and add 2 eggs. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And then she calls for freshly brewed coffee. But since I was already getting fresh coffee grounds, I figured why not just make a cup of coffee and add it with this, which I've also never done before. So I'm gonna read the directions on how to make instant coffee. I think it's pretty easy. And then I'm just gonna add it. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my instant coffee and then some water and stir it. And since it calls for 1 cup of coffee, I'm just gonna add 1 cup of water to my grounds. Okay. Then, this is fun. Then I'm just gonna stir it. Yes. Oh, it smells like coffee. This is fun. All right, adding my cup of coffee. It even looks like freshly brewed because it's in a mason jar. I feel very hipster. And one more thing, I'm just gonna add about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon to the cake as well. So add it to your dry ingredients. Sometimes cinnamon just really makes a fun, kind of unexpected flavor come out in something that is so simple like chocolate cake, and it's just really, really nice to have that incorporated. It's kind of like instead of using vanilla extract, you use almond extract, and you're like, ooh, what's that flavor? I don't know what that is, but that tastes so good. So cinnamon's kind of like that. And since we've got coffee and chocolate, I mean, why wouldn't you add cinnamon? Okay. So let's go ahead and do a little mixy mix on our wet ingredients. You can use an electric mixer or just a whisk. It's not that hard. We're just gonna add in quarters our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. And we're gonna go ahead and combine those. Oh, so excited. Put that aside, please. Okay, so go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and grab some cake pans. We're going to go ahead and just grease our cake pans with some butter, and then we're going to flour them with cocoa powder. That way your cake, because it is a dark cake, comes out looking dark instead of like it's got powdered sugar all over it. Okay, so just add a tiny, tiny bit of cocoa powder, and you're just gonna go ahead and start pining for gold, basically. And it helps if you just do it over your other pan, so anything that falls can just go straight in there. Okay, now that our cake pans are nice and cocoaed, we're going to go ahead and put half of our batter into one and half into the other, and we're gonna bake a cake. I feel so accomplished. Then go ahead and knock your pans, and all your little air bubbles will come up. Perfect. Put these in the oven for about 35 minutes. Go ahead and check them when they start to smell like cake. I always like to check things a little early anyway, so maybe at like 30 minutes, go ahead, take a toothpick and see if it comes out clean, but 35 minutes is what the recipe says. Okay, our cakes have baked, they are cooling, they are amazing. I went ahead and melted some chocolate. Go ahead and melt semi-sweet chocolate in 6 ounces in a double boiler. You can also do it in the microwave, but I prefer a double boiler. And then you take that melted chocolate and you put it aside. So I let it cool, but I also stuck it in the fridge because you want it to be as cool as possible. You want your cakes to be as cool as possible. You just don't want anything to be hot because then it will melt, and that is bad. And now, first, we're going to add 2 sticks of room temperature unsalted butter. And we're gonna go ahead and whisk this or mix this until it's light and fluffy, about 3 minutes. Okay, next we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, next we're gonna do 1 1/4 cup sifted powdered sugar. And I got butter all over myself, so I'm just gonna moisturize. So make sure to always sift your confectioner's sugar, your powdered sugar, because you don't want to have those little balls in there. You want it to be nice and smooth, especially for frosting. Okay, next we're gonna add some instant coffee again, about 2 teaspoons, and stir it together in your instant coffee, and we're gonna add this. And don't mind this, this has my melted chocolate on it, but we're going to add it in just 2 seconds, so I'm gonna use it to get the rest of our ingredients all mixed up. Okay, and lastly, we're gonna take our dark chocolate, or it's really actually semi-sweet chocolate, and we're just gonna put that all in our frosting. Well, if this isn't food porn, I don't know what is. No! Oh, God. Okie dokie. Cool, let's go ahead and mix this together, and then we're done. Let's see. That is some chocolate frosting. Ooh, that tastes good. This one's a little sunken in, so you're gonna put that on the bottom because we don't need to see that. Then we're just gonna add a little bit of our frosting in the middle. Now this is what I've learned. Do not add a lot of frosting in the middle. Just add enough that you can get it over and like have it be there, because I have learned that it likes to spew out and it makes things very difficult when you're frosting the side of it. So just a little bit in the middle is absolutely fine. Then I'm gonna put my second cake right on top, and we're gonna go ahead and just start putting our frosting on top. And then you're done. I can't believe that I made this cake so easily. First of all, it tastes amazing so far. And secondly, this is like the most flat, even, perfectly frosted cake I've ever made. I am not good at the cake frosting arena. So if I can do this, you can do this too. This is amazing. Let's cut a slice and see what this tastes like. Okay, so I've got a glass of milk. I've got my adorable little cake slicer that has a little heart. And I've got my fork because we are ready to eat. Well, it smells unbelievable. Oh my God. It's beautiful and fluffy and exactly what you would crave if you were craving chocolate cake, which, I mean, maybe I am now. It's so fluffy. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I love the cinnamon in it. It was a really nice touch. This is the most perfect chocolate cake. Ina, you're a freaking goddess. I mean, this is exactly what you want to make for your special someone for Valentine's Day, even if that special someone is you. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I'm Jackie, your reluctant housewife, empowering you to find your inner domestic goddess. Catch me at yourreluctanthousewife.com, on all the social medias under Your Reluctant Housewife or just Reluctant Housewife. Say hey, subscribe, leave a message, and I'll see you next time, guys.